In 2022, there were more than 760,000 calls for service. And Memphis police say a sliver of those calls led to officers using some kind of force. In most cases, officers say noncompliance was the leading reason why they used force. Officers reported using a chemical agent 90 times, a taser 59 times, but mostly the force they used was physical. See, every time an officer uses some kind of force, department policy requires them to fill out a response to resistance form. MPD then reviews the forms, analyzing trends and patterns to determine if change and improvement can be made. The data collected is then put into an annual report. In 2020, protests erupted across the country after police in Minneapolis killed George Floyd. The city of Memphis responded by vowing to reimagine policing, which included a new website listing MPD's policies, ways to file complaints against officers, and published more internal data surrounding excessive and unnecessary force, like the annual reports.
I think we have to operate in transparency in all that we do, especially if we put ourselves out there as public service, and public services aren't limited to those who are elected.
Memphis Councilman J.B. Smiley has been pushing to publish more internal police records
so that we can build some type of public trust. And I think ultimately that's all what we want. We want to know that the people who are serving us are operating with integrity.
The city told us the police data is updated quarterly, but as of early July, 2022's annual report had yet to be published. We asked the mayor's office about it on July 13th. On July 18th, his team told us it was just updated. We asked when the report was completed and why it took until July to publish it. We're still waiting to hear back. The city also vowed to post the summaries of internal hearings when an officer is found to have used excessive or unnecessary force. The last one published, you can see, was in 2021. The city says it only publishes excessive force cases that are closed, were found to be sustained, and where the officer didn't resign. They added there hasn't been any completed cases yet for 2022 or 2023. All the cases were still open and the investigations are ongoing. Activist and pastor Earl Fisher.
We need these things so that we can have accurate information to interpret. But if it's hard to get the administration of the department to even provide the information, I mean, what should we do with that reality other than heighten our level of skepticism and concern and suspicion about why?
In 2022's annual report recently published, MPD doesn't give details about how each incident started, but it does list data based on the officer's reports. The most common response for using force was because the person was non-compliant. They resisted arrest, used verbal resistance, or tried to fight. Half the incidents resulted in injuries. 505 people were taken to the hospital. In some cases, the officer was also injured. MPD listed the demographics of the people officers used some kind of force against. 1,097 were black men, 8 times more black men than white men last year.
What you find is in the poor communities, there's much more police saturation, which means there's much more racial profiling, and there's much more direct contact between law enforcement and civilians.
Fisher says the more accurate and adequate data published, there's more genuine conversation and real change.
If the numbers are saying there's still far too much inequity and impropriety when it comes to policing black people in our communities, then something has to be done at the root, at the ground level.
MPD stated in their report, no significant response to resistance trends or patterns were observed based on reports submitted in 2022, adding management must review the forms officers are submitting to ensure accuracy, accountability, and timely submissions. It went on to state there was only one complaint of discriminatory or biased policing related to a traffic stop last year, but an internal investigation found it unsubstantiated, saying they found no significant discriminatory trends or patterns based on the complaints submitted.
That item passes.
In March, the council passed an ordinance requiring MPD to begin collecting and publishing even more data. This after the fatal beating of Tyree Nichols during a traffic stop in January. MPD will now be required to collect data surrounding traffic stops and publish it so the public can know who they're pulling over, where, and why. And we will be pressing for that traffic stop data. Meanwhile, the city says that next quarterly update is going to happen by August 15th. We'll keep you posted. Jessica Gertler, WREG News Channel.